talking. So Monday, April 1st, we're making a box. This is Rich Razzleberry, and it measures 6.5 by 10.5. Okay, so I'm going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to place it on the portrait side, which is the 6.5 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch on both sides, okay? So 1 inch. And then I'm going to turn it on the landscape side, which is the 10.5 inch side. Ooh, and I'm going to score it at 2.5, 3.5, 6, 7, 9.5. Okay, so you're going to make sure that this 1 inch section is on your left, because down here there is no 1 inch section. It's a big, like 3 inches or whatever. So you're going to count your score lines, 1, 2, 3, and that's where you're going to cut. I'm doing this before I fold. And let me get my light, because it's hard to see these score lines at the angle that I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to cut all the way down. And I'm going to show y'all what goes in this box too. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Same thing on this side, okay? There we go. Now, save this, because I'm going to use this for something in a little bit, okay? So now I'm going to fold on all the score lines. Oh, is it somebody's birthday that's on here? Oh, the Designer Series paper is Petal Promenade, and it is actually in the annual catalog. I have to say that now that the Painted Seasons paper is officially retired, I'm like, what do I do? Of course, we do have the Gingham Gala, and that is back in stock. I think I ordered like 5 packs today. I'm so excited to have it back. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Detailed Trio Punch, and I'm going to round this part of the box. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the measurements of the Designer Series paper. So what do we have? We have 5 pieces. This one measures 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. These measure 4 1/4 by 3/4. And these measure 2 1/4 by 3/4. Now I need to go back to finishing cutting my box. So this is the top. I need to trim over here. So I'm going to cut up to the score line. And then I'm going to give that little tab a teeny tiny trim on both the right and the left. Same thing on this side. I'm easily distracted today. Okay. Let's assemble this box. So let me show you where the adhesive's going to go. And my inspiration sheet that will be posted tomorrow, it's going to go on this side here, okay? That's going to be like the outside of the tabs because they're going to fold in, and then it's going to go here, okay? So when I say outside, that means, well, you know, that means on this side. I'm going to get my tearing tape. Let's see, I'm just going to do one little strip right here. And then we'll do one here. I don't use rich raspberry very often, but when I looked at this paper, sometimes I'm limited as to what colors I can use. There's some colors I just really struggle with creating, and I do feel like that rich raspberry is one of those, but when you have a paper that's this beautiful, and I don't even know if rich raspberry is actually in this pack of paper. It's probably not. But to me, like, I took it over to my cardstock and I held it next to all the pinks and all the greens, and I decided that rich raspberry was the color for me. Because I'm a visual person. That's how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in like that. And then fold this in. And then I'm going to remove the backing. And I don't do this earlier because I'm liable to stick it to something that it's not supposed to stick to. So I just wait until I've got the tabs assembled. Okay, so now this is the most important part, is this is the side. But this box assembles really easily. It's one of the easier boxes to make. Okay, so here it goes. Folds like that, and folds like that. I love this box. Okay, so let me show you what fits in here. You could put a box of tissues, which I don't know about y'all, but allergies are really bad this year, so who doesn't need a thing of Kleenex everywhere they go? So that fits perfect. And then I got these. It's coconut milk soap bar. It came from Aruba. I got a bunch of, I didn't get a bunch. I got several to give away, but I only gave away one. I had to keep the rest for me. They smell so good. So anyway, soap will fit in there. Now, we're going to go ahead and add the paper, but we need to round the edges of this one and just one side, okay? I know y'all can hear Elvis. I'm sorry. He is going to live with me until until this semester's done. She can't study with him. He requires a lot of attention. I'm going to get my silicone sheet though so that I don't get adhesive on anything. There goes that possessed printer. I tried to print something like 30 minutes ago and it is just now deciding to work. Is that not the craziest thing you've ever seen or heard? Yeah, it just printed. It was another flyer on the storage. Yeah, it was another one. I was going to show it to you. Oh, now it's going to print two of them. I know. I should stop putting the lid on that. I do it every single time, and people tell me, you know, you don't have to put the lid on. I know. I'm just like in auto mode, and it just, I have to retrain my brain. I've been doing this for so long. It's like, I'm going to set it over there. That way I won't put it back on there. How about that? Stephanie, that's funny. And you're right, I guess maybe that printer is old. But, you know, it don't seem like it's that old. It's the best printer I've ever had in my life. The absolute best. I really don't want to replace it because I'm positive I'll go back to not having a reliable printer again. All those years, it's like every year I had to buy a new printer. And before I had a Mac, every year I had to buy a new PC. So it's like I finally have a really good printer, except it's gotten old. Okay, there's the side. And now the other side. Now, normally when I make this box, well, let me finish the adhesive and then I'll explain it. So normally I take Velcro and I put it here, here, and here. But tonight, we're actually going to make a belly band for it because I know that not everyone's a fan of using Velcro. So I need to get one more piece of cardstock. I have it behind me. I just didn't cut it. So this is going to measure 1 1/4 1 1/4. David and I both said this morning, he has sure made us decide that we actually don't want a bird right now. Although I already knew that, but when we get up in the morning now, we have to tiptoe because if he hears us, he'll want us to get him. Okay, so 1 1/4 by 8 is going to be the size of the belly band. So I'm going to take the belly band, and you guys could score this with your scoring, Simply Scored scoring tool, your trimmer. I can never get it to match perfectly, so I'm just going to do it the way I've done it for umpteen years, and I'm going to fold it and then fold it over that line. I swear it never works like it's going to be like 3 3/16, or it's just kind of crazy measurements. And then even if you do it multiple times, it still don't turn out. So I just remember, start at the back bottom, and then fold around and be gentle so you don't squish your box. Let's see, back bottom. We have one more to do. I guess if you were making 100, that would be really inconvenient, but okay, so there we go. So you can either seal this on the bottom side, or you can seal it on the top, because when we stamp, let me make sure this fits. When we stamp, it's going to cover up this, our image. So however you want to do it, I'm going to go back to how I had it, which was this way. Yeah. So I'm going to put my adhesive on here. Just make sure that when you seal it, that you don't seal it so tight that you can't slide the belly band off, okay? So I'm going to put it in the middle there, and then just give it a little room so that it can slide, okay? There you go. Now, I've got my Whisper White, and the stamp set that we're using is Stitched All Around. Enjoy Your Special Day. So this project was made with Mother's Day in mind. You could use this one. Anyway, I love this stamp set. It's very pretty. And we're going to be using the stitch-shaped framelits, which I noticed were on low inventory today. And then the layering ovals. I'm using Rich Razzleberry ink. Isn't that beautiful? I love that font. I wish I could write like that. Wow, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to get the Big Shot, and we're going to cut out the oval and this oval. So I'm going to slide that over and get the Big Shot. I got it platform and a cutting pad. We'll start with the Rich Razzleberry. You know, Pam, I didn't think I was going to like this paper, but now that I've made a couple projects, I absolutely love it. It's like, wow. Okay, now the greeting. Now, what's this called? Bitty Blooms Punch Pack. I love this flower. It's like my go-to punch to make a little embellishment. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to that. Somebody asked me the other day what happened to my little heart stamp. When I moved my desk around, I misplaced it. It'll show up. It's somewhere in here. Okay, now I'm going to take a dimensional, And I want to put, I want it there. Because if I were to put it on here, then it might be, you know, crooked or whatever. And then I'm going to take the Petal Pink Rhinestone Gems. Yeah. And I'm going to place, let me get a glue dot. So, glue dot. And I'm going to place this right about there. And then I'm going to pick up one of these. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but you can color these. Because these are such a light color, you can take your blends and color them. So, if you look real closely, this one was black. This one was like, I think, daffodil. This one's either real red or cherry cobbler. And then this one's old olive or granny apple green. And I'm not sure what color that one is. That one might be actually cherry cobbler, and that might be real red. So if you don't want pink, you can always make these any color of the blends that we have, as long as it's a color that's darker than this. Pool party wouldn't work. But anyway. Okay, let me get this on here. Okay, so let me show you the other one. So this is using this pattern of the Petal Promenade. I guess that's how you say it, I hope. And then here's the other pattern. Cute, right? I think it's so beautiful. The size of the box, oh, that's right, somebody did ask me to share that. So it is 4 1/4 by 2.5, and it is 1 inch inside.